Evening folks, it's just trying to help out. Someone asked on the page about flow drills, especially with the off edge and going to a one-handed sword. Again, just ideas out there. I know you want to put techniques and that, we'll talk about that in a bit. So I posted a video we did a few years ago about the infinity drill that we do with the long sword. So it's just taking the x-axis to what we call the number one cut and number two cut and playing with that. As you saw in that video, it's 1, 2, and then you might come off edge, true edge, off edge, back over there. You can come down the same axis, or you can go from one to the other. 1, 2, so on. But the other videos there, you can see that. And you can take that drill and you can add other things into it. You can come up the axis instead of going down, and so on. Then you can throw various drills. So basically take that idea, that's the thought. Remember, we just talked about a drill, a way of moving the weapon. So this is just a way of you getting used to the weapon and playing with it and seeing what you can do, manipulating it, playing with grip and so on. So that same idea, with a one-handed sword, the basic one works the same. So we start with just the X, so number 1, number 2. Simple way. Have your hands somewhere where you can use it, we'll keep it out of the way. So you've got number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2. So you say, you can do number 1, and then number 2, come in off edge, come back on true, off, that's a simple one. Then you can start to throw that up. Instead of coming down the same line, you can then go down the opposite line. So we're coming down number 2, and number 1. Now you're saying this is just x-axis, but that's just where to start with. So you're taking the same drill, you're doing it single-handedly. So it comes in, comes in, comes in, comes in, so on. Now, you can leave it there and start playing with that angles. So say whether I come in here, or here, or here, it's all the same. So we do 1 and come over the top, side, side, so on, round, and start playing different angles. You can then go down the cuts and up the cuts. So you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, off edge, true edge, and get back. Just start playing with the ideas. You don't have to stand still either, start moving. We're still just dealing with the X, but make it flow with yourself, start to add things in. We can then, okay, so how about we turn some of this into thrusts? We can throw a thrust in. So you start with your basics, 1, 2, thrust, off edge, true edge, off edge, true edge, back, thrust, hit, back, thrust, over. And then some of those off edge cuts, you can turn them into thrusts. So instead of coming down with a cut, you could come down 1, 2, over the top, thrust, cut, thrust, thrust, cut, 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 thrust. So you start playing with the attacks, same pattern, same drill, but you start throwing different attacks in. Turn some of the cuts into thrusts. Try that. Build it up. You can then throw, God, a thing like reverse housing. You say, well, yeah, you can. Do this. So you can do 1, 2, 3, off edge, down, thrust, off, down, off, 2, thrust, edge, and so on. So instead of doing specific, some guys posted doing specific drills, do them as well. Any drill you want. And this is more about manipulating the weapon, getting used to the feel of the weapon, how it moves, how you can move with it. So don't just stand still. Once you get used to it, start playing with it. What you can do. Thrust, down, off, true, off, true. And then obviously you can then speed it up. But again, it's just a drill, just an idea. So the idea is take the basic 1, 2, you can come up 3, 4, then start adding true edge and false edge cuts in. Then add some thrusts in, thrust, cut, cut. turn some of your cuts into thrusts, so that could be a thrust, cut, thrust, and then change the angles. Then once you've got that going, instead of thinking of a technique like a Schwarzschild, a crump or something, throw that in the middle and figure out how you can throw them in. So you can get a flow drill going that forces you to use both sides of the sword, and then you can start throwing bits and pieces in. Just an idea. Have a play with that, see what you think.